There we are live. Read my little intro off, and then we're going to meet our guest, and we're going to get right on off into it. So I'm going to start off by saying, hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo, and thanks for tuning in to my podcast. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link is in the description or scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Just be sure to hit that notification bell since I post episodes based on my guest availability rather than on a fixed schedule. You're interested in being a guest? Drop me a comment over in the chat or send me a message on Paul Wizzo, and we'll see about getting you on the show. Don't worry about a topic because I keep plenty of them. And just always remember that it's absolutely free, 100% free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. We're going to meet our guest, and we're going to get right on off into it. All right. Go ahead, B. Can't hear you.
What up, everybody? Vantonio, aka Be Great on Purpose, director of the ImPOSSIBLE Team Club.
All right, that's what's up. So let me, would you like to share the maybe your age, where you're from, anything like that? If not, we're gonna jump right on off into my question.
I'm a military brat from Seaside, California, raised in Killeen, Texas, where I went to middle and high school, did elementary school in Germany. I call Killeen home, and yeah.
That's what's up. All right, and if I could just ask this one last one, married, kids?
I do have kids, not married, not yet. Still looking for that perfect, that compliment, that person that could complement my lifestyle. What else?
Okay.
45. I almost felt like I was on the dating show. I was about to tell you I like long walks on the beach. What kind of books I like? My bad. I got lost in the moment.
Hey, it's all good. Say, look, check it out. So, I mean, this interview is about you and your organization that you then came up with and created and everything. So, anything that you want to share, I have about maybe 10 questions or something like that. A little small talk in between. So, I don't want to leave nothing on the table. So, anything that you got, I'm going to make sure you put it on out there because I downloaded the app. And, man, I have so much, but I'm not going to cover everything because I'll be following you. I like the notifications that you send out. So, with all that being said, let me get off into my first question. And these are not in no particular order because I just come up with a question and I write it down in my phone. So, but first I'd like to know, how did you identify the need for this organization that you started?
Well, most organizations stop at 12, the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA. They usually stop at 12, so I didn't want to conflict with them versus being able to complement them. Then I felt like when I was 13, I was able to receive information and actually apply it and understand when my mentors were talking to me about how to apply it. So I picked that age group, 13 through 18. I'm going to sweat a little bit. We're upstairs in the music room. We got the AC going, but I got to take a second to kick in. So forgive me for.
Hey, look, I'm up in my little studio that I built in my backyard. I cut the AC on last night, so it'd be cool for me when I come up here this evening for this podcast. Because if I don't, man, it'd be hot. So
we've been in we got our electricity turned on Friday, and my partner, y'all meet later on. He's been working upstairs. I've been working downstairs. We're upstairs. So I call myself doing that, but I hit the wrong switch.
Hey, it will happen. Okay, so that was one of my questions further down my list. So the ages for the organization is ages 13 to 18.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. So after you come up with this idea about starting this organization, who was the first person you told about it, and what was their response?
So the organization didn't start as a team club. It started as a program over goal setting and overcoming adversity. And at the time, I was with my kid's mother. Man, I was with my kid's mother, and she was just really like, whatever, here you go, trying to do something. So it wasn't much belief to it. Actually, it was a lot of people that just like their Van Gogh thinking big.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. All right, so at the time when you started it, how old were your kids?
7 and 9,
Ooh, let's see,
7, 9, and 5.
7, 9, and 5. Okay, that's what's up. All right. Okay. Well, let me just move on along, and then I got some other couple of things that we're gonna wind up touching on. But let me read this one right here too. So
Okay.
how did you come up with the name of the organization?
Oh, that's a deep question. So you got to give me a second. You know how I get. It all makes sense. All right, I'm not going to answer too many of your other questions with the answer, but I'm going to make sure I answer this one. So, first, I was in church, and the pastor, he was saying, if you want to see how real God is, ask him for something so big. If you achieve it, it's only because of him.
Mm,
Then later on in that sermon, he went through Matthew 19:26. So at the time, this still wasn't the name, but I was going around telling people what I wanted to do. And a lot of the response was, man, that's impossible. It's the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA already. It's impossible for you to do it, you know. So I hold on one second.
go
Hold
ahead,
on.
take your time. Go ahead.
Man, I feel like I gotta.
You on camera? We still hear you doing all that over
I
there.
know, I know, I know.
Got the mic
I,
on you.
I know. I'm looking at the screen like I'm a human being. I felt like I had a booger and it was distracting me. I was like, oh, they don't see it. Am I tripping? Am I?
I
So
would have
yeah.
told you. I wouldn't let that happen. I would have told you.
All right, my bad, y'all. But I'm going around asking people, and they're telling me it's impossible. Then I came across this word paradigm shift, a change in the way you view things. So instead of impossible, that word became I'm possible. And that's where the name comes from.
Boom. I'm possible. That's what's up. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that was. I mean, that just all hit you right there. So it came to you while you was preaching about it and talking about it, huh?
Yeah. Also like, man, they tell us at this time, me and my friends in our conversation group, we're having a debate on if Jesus is real, if the Bible is real. And I'm like, man, everything's about faith. But then also, whoever came up with this word impossible, God told you I am that I am. I am is I'm. So if you put God in it, you could change impossible to I'm possible.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So let me say this right now to our viewers that's watching right now. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask, put them in the chat. I'll share them on the screen so he'll be able to see those questions. Also, any type of questions, comments, just please go ahead and share them, and I'll post them on the screen, and also he'll be able to see them and maybe answer them for you also. Okay, so what's the support looks like from family, and friends, community? How's the support? And let me say this to the viewers that's watching, whether you're watching it now or you're watching it later. He has no idea about these questions that I'm reading. So when y'all hear these questions and he's hearing them for the very first time. I never let my guests know what I'm about to ask. So he's just answering on the fly. He's
Yeah.
like a hostage over there, but we understand why though. It's not from the questions. But
Yeah.
so what's the support looks like, from family and friends and from the community?
So um, I had to grow into the support. I started out not getting a lot of support, and it kind of hurt, but it forced me to grow in a lot of areas I didn't know I needed to grow in. And growing through that, like, I'm at a point where I have 7 board members, I have about 6 committee members, I have about 4 uh, programs. I have a director of music. So now I'm at the part of the journey where I'm learning how to manage a team, how to uh, give full control so we can grow. You know, hey, I know people say this is my baby, but this is our baby. You know, we're all co-parenting. It's the only way for it to work. I don't need you to feel like an auntie or uncle right now. I need you. This is your baby too.
Right, right. That's what's up. And when you said about the 7 members, that was one of my next questions. I was going to ask how many staff members you have, and and are you looking for more? So I asked that part since you.
So yes, we're looking for volunteers. One of the things I feel is unique about our organization is we're building to be like the Boys and Girls Club. Eventually, we want to be everywhere in the city. I'm sorry, everywhere in the nation, whether it's through the app or having a physical location. So as we're building right now, we're we're setting a solid foundation. We're taking the time to get it right. You know, we have a 100-year plan. We're executing. So yes, we're looking for members. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for people that really understand the importance of growing the vision. Even though we have a facility and we're little steps ahead, we're still a young organization that's planning to be a major organization. So come in looking to grow with us. Also, your experience is valuable. Right now, that we're looking for experience over pay. We're all volunteering. We all believe in the vision. We all believe in the impact it's going to have on our community. So we buy into the vision and knowing it'll all pay off.
Right. That's what's up. And I was going to ask um, along those lines, and see that's how it is when you don't have stuff written down too. You said it, and it had just shot right past me, but it'll come back to me. I'm gonna go to my next question, and then oh well, yes. So I have a link posted in the description. I mean in the chat, and I also will see if you like to tell them about the app where they can find it and stuff like that. And I didn't get to post that in.
So yes, we have an app. It's on the Google Store. It's in the Apple Store. It's called I'm Possible Nation, spelled like impossible nation, but there's no such word as impossible. So we say I'm possible. Then the app has two sides. So the first side is our team side, and through our team side, it works like a social media where they can interact with each other. They could create their own rooms. They could create their own groups. And also we put courses there. So as we get different facilitators from locally that's in the facility, their courses will be in the app. There'll also be people that just have courses in the app from across the nation. We're talking to a guy, TJ. I hope you're watching TJ Animation. We're working with him to get a digital animation class going. He's in Atlanta. So we have him either Zoom in or just have the course through the app. Then on the adult side, if you have the app and you press and you look to the bottom of your right hand screen, there's a more tab. In that more tab, you will see the adult side. The adult side is called BGOP 24/7. BGOP is Be Great on Purpose 24/7. And that side of the app is about positive information, self-development information, entrepreneurship information. Over the years, I've been going to different seminars, and the information I get from these seminars, I put in the app. Right now, I have a book that I think it was very impactful. It's called The Routine of the 1% by Eric Thomas. And it helps you mark your weeks, your good days, your bad days, and you just stack. And it helps you achieve your goal. But we just want to create a powerful app that can help people in all walks of life.
Oh, that's what's up. And I have the app. I did download the app. I think you sent it to me a while back, or I saw it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it sends out notifications and everything like that. I got to get more familiar with the bottom right tab down on the bottom and check that out. So some of the apps I kind of gotta, I'm gonna work my way through some of them apps or whatever. But anyway, moving right along here. So I saw a post one time, and you already mentioned this. You was talking about mentors and everything. and needing some mentors, the volunteers. But and I'm gonna say this, I've done my share to me of volunteering probably for different things, probably well, especially for kids and youth. Probably about I don't know 20 some years ago, I did over 20 years of little league football and baseball and basketball and the sports and stuff like that. So and I never got to coach any of my kids. So my point is, I may be a donor, which I've donated before, but for it's coming out to mentor, I'm gonna have to say no for that. I've been a big brother for kids and stuff like that, but I will support. And I got a couple other things that I'm gonna get to about fundraisers, but I don't want to give them away yet. So
And
the point is, I will definitely be donating and support.
that's equally important. Everybody has a role in the process. There's people that support the Boys and Girls Club that never go. They just know to donate. But more importantly, we give write-offs. We're a 501c3. So not only is donating to us helping us, but it's an important part of your wealth strategy.
Right. Yeah. No doubt, no doubt. Good evening, truth be told. So TV, so I appreciate that. And now this next thing right here is you were doing a video, and we'll get to what you was working on during that time in just a moment. But you were off. I can't remember where you were, but you were sweating. Y'all was building on something or working on something, and you said, "Let me see. If someone out there watching this, if they can bring us some food or something to drink, I cash out you the money. If y'all just gonna bring it." And from you being on my last one of my other podcasts, I'm like, man, dang, I wish I was over there in Killeen, but at that time I was in Temple. So my thing, if you can remember that incident, I just want to know, did anyone reach out and go on and bring something to drink and something to eat? If you remember that post?
Yeah, someone did. We had a young lady named Trina. She brought us something to eat. She was a great help. She was from another organization, but she saw the video and she brought us something to eat. So it surprised us.
So, that's what's up. Hey, you would have had some more, because I'll tell you, if I hadn't been in Temple doing nothing at that time, I would have been like, yo, bro, where you at, man? I'm going to bring you some over there and hook you up, especially y'all was out there putting that work in, man.
Yeah, you get into work, you get in that zone, and it's like, oh, man, somebody got to leave and go eat. But then if I leave, all the work stops, and then if you send somebody, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so walk us through the sign up process of a kid. So you got this 13-year-old kid here, whatever. What's the sign up? Is there any waiver forms you have to sign? Is there a type of fee? Walk us through the process of signing the kid up for ImPOSSIBLE.
This is why your donations and your support is so important. But for a kid to sign up, they go to the website, ipsctx.org. That's attached in the chat room, and they will just sign up. It's a sign up tab right there. We try to keep the sign up free for the kids, so it's no discrimination. We have a lot of programs we feel that can help teens, so we don't want no barrier between them and the help. Hey, Kevin, thanks, Kevin, and same to you, Truth Be Told TV.
Right. Yeah. He posted good evening a while ago. So okay, so that's what's up. So that's where them donations come in handy to keep all that down right there and stuff like that. Because I'm gonna just go back to one other thing, and plus it's in my notes. So I'm gonna try not to recover it again, but I know that everything has gone up. Of course, when I went to the boys club here in Temple, I mean, it was probably like 50 cents or 25 cents, and played football, it was like $40, and now I hear it's like 100 and something. And some kids can't have that, and you hate for those kids to miss out on that opportunity and the different things that you guys have going on there. And and I'm gonna say this, it's in my notes, I may say it again, but I like the fact too also that you're not catered to just sports. I mean, you guys got a garden out there and stuff like that. And shit, I got to go backyard. I want to start a garden, but I was watching you guys. You got. Let me just ask the question. I may answer it again, but just tell us what all you provide in the services things, because that had me hyped up.
So, what we have right now, we have our compassion garden going on, And what goes on in the Compassion Garden, we teach kids how to turn an empty lot into a garden, from
Yeah.
building garden beds to filling the garden beds to planting. We're working on building a greenhouse right now. We're growing vegetables and herbs, mainly so we can help the people within the community around us. We can have little farmer markets, and we can give food away to help combat kind of the hunger initiative here in our city. Then we have our Music Lab Beat Production Club,
Yeah.
which I'm in now, and you'll hear from the music director later on in the show. But that program, it teaches kids how to play instruments, whether it's guitar, piano, how to just production, not just make beats, but productions,
Yeah.
whether it's for movies, just music placement.
Yeah.
Um, then we have the Burks Foundation construction class, and in that class they learn construction. This is one of the class we're working on doing a fundraiser for, because Mr. Burks wants each one of his uh, students to get their own tool bag and toolkit, and he's taking 12 students at a time. The toolkits we have is 250 with power drills and everything for them. They'll work on a hands-on project. We have Shady Roots natural hair course, where the kids will learn how to take care of natural hair. They're learning, the first thing they're going to learn, because it's low cost, especially as far as the supplies, is working on locks, the different methods of working on locks. Um, they also just learn self grooming in the Shady Roots class. We have our entrepreneur class. We have a goal setting class.
Man.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And the main thing of our program is we don't teach anything here because we're trying to stay out of Texas Education Agency way. So we just help teens explore their interests. So we take people in the community that, if you were going to college and let's say you got to college and decided your freshman year that you didn't like it, we have a spot for you here in our college readiness program, where we have you help the teens with college application, FAFSA.
Mm.
You know, we have some local club promoters, local sororities, fraternities that come in, car clubs come in, teach the teens everything from changing tires
Yeah.
to self-grooming, different little things about the organization.
Right.
But we're just trying to bring the community together, bridge the gap between the wisdom of the elders and the youth, the energy of the youth.
Right. Man, that there's, I mean, I had right here, I was going to ask, how do you decide on the mission for a lot of the programs? How did you think about getting those started? I mean, what, and you named off, I mean, then they come in there, once they leave there, rather, I mean, they can just about pretty much start a business. They can learn how to farm. They can wind up growing their own stuff. Build. I mean, you guys are building on the. And it's off in my questions, but I may get to it again. But what you're building on right now, what I saw y'all guys putting the floor in, is that the office? That's the what are you building on there?
We're yeah. So our building was built in 1929.
Ooh.
So we've done everything from put down subflooring to
Yeah.
building the floors, fixing walls. We're learning how to run electricity right now. God blessed us by having an electrician, a plumber, and a contractor right across the street. So they come in and show us how to do the work, and we do the work.
You get it, And let me ask you, so do you want some of the kids wind up helping out with this process also on this building?
Yes, yes. Right now, we're working to get our certificate of occupancy, which we're pushing the hope to have by today. So naturally, the goal extends to next Monday. We'll be ready, and You know, we just got some little events coming,
Yeah.
but we won't have our official open date just yet.
I definitely planning on getting that location from you. I don't know, you may say it sometime at this point so I can get by there because I'm in Killeen quite regular. Like I say, so I can at least come by there and check you out. This is the second time you've been on my podcast, but I haven't had a chance to meet you in person yet. But I look forward to that, you know. So, but I mean, I just can't. I mean, you named off, I mean, a whole list of things that kids can wind up getting there learning. I see, truth be told, when I say, wow, this is awesome. You know, I'm thinking maybe talking about from all the programs that you named off because, you know, that I'll go ahead.
Our goal is really with a team is if they want to go to college, what are you majoring in? What's your interest? So when you get there, it's not brand new.
Yeah.
You know, we're at least going to teach you the terminology for that industry. If you want to go into the workforce, we want you to be prepared. We don't want you to be new. We want you to kind of be prepared,
Yeah.
prepared for these things.
Right. That's what's up. That's outstanding, man. I mean, I'm still blown away by it. So let me move on to this next question here. And I know that I didn't set a time out for this, but if it's getting near in time for you to have to go, just let me know. And I think I got about 8 or 9 more questions. Plus, maybe you can give us a tour of the building. So, but if it's your time is pressed for time, just let me know, and I'll speed through some of my things. So, what I want to ask you: was there a personal experience or a moment that sparked your passion for helping kids? You know, I know it was for me, but it's not about me right now. It's about you.
Um, again, I'm a military brat. I left California when I was 6, and we was there from the time till I was 14, and I was away from a lot of my family, so I spent a lot of time in that youth center. I had a lot of conversation with the older kids, the one adult that was there, and yeah, that was my motivation. That was it was impactful for me. So then when I got back to Killeen, I couldn't go in the workforce right away as fast as I wanted to, and I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't have taught one of the major courses. I would have picked what. So I decided, okay, let me just go for my dream.
Right.
You know, let me just go for building it. And I created the course, took that course to middle school, high schools, had it in our local college here for 2 years, and just been pushing since then.
Man, you definitely been pushing it and to come up with all these different goals and different things for the kids to work with, man, is outstanding right there. That's I was posting a comment right there.
You
All right,
got
let me go ahead.
A UPC charger.
Uh, all right, so let me. You ready? Oh, I saw. Were you waving at me? No.
Nah,
Nah.
I'm ready.
All right. So, but now I just want to ask about the app. So, tell me what inspired you to create this app.
Um, so creating an app allows us to reach more teens, allow us to bring more resources into our community as well. You know, with us not being a major city like Dallas and Houston, we could bring some of those resources through the app, through the through Zoom, and just helping us bring more resources to our community.
Right. Yeah. And that app is probably pretty much the way to go because a lot of young kids, you know, I don't want to say all kids, but that's where they are. They on them different apps and different things like that. So that is definitely a good way to wind up reaching them and stuff like that through that app. So let me ask you, you know, where was I at? I'll get to my question. Oh, first I'll say this is that I've always said that, you know, teens need somewhere to go. But back to me, when I was thinking about that, I was nowhere near the level that you're on. I was thinking about a place for them to go and dance, have rap battles, and listen to some music, maybe a game room. But you actually on another whole level. I mean, especially you get to talk about gardening, carpeting, they changing tires. who knows, someone may be out there, wind up coming out there and get interested in automotive mechanics or gardening, because I follow several people that grow their own food, and
Mm-hmm.
it's way better than what's in the store. So, but what I'm saying is, I've always said that there needed to be somewhere for teens to go and really not that expensive. And it sound like by you getting these donations in, always can use more. That'll help out with that. So,
We've been really blessed to our location. Our If you have to go downstairs and get the extension cord. Mm-hmm. Um, I'm trying to make sure my phone
yeah, I know
don't
you was
die.
telling me about that. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. What'd you ask?
I was talking about the teen club and all that, saying that how it was a need for one, and trying and
So yeah, so like one of the first major projects when we open up, we're going to do with the teams is build a portable stage. We're already researching the blueprints, what we need to get it. And the idea is so we can, in our yard, which y'all will see in a few minutes, in our yard, we want to have little summer jams for them, little talent shows where they can perform their music, where they can perform their talents. If they want to do a poetry night, just take advantage of the space, but really tapping into their creativity and
right.
thinking back when you was I remember when I was a teen, there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to do with my friends, but mom was like, you don't have nobody in my house while I'm not home. You
Yeah.
can't go outside at these hours. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up, most definitely. And for those of you that's watching now, y'all may stay tuned because he's gonna give us a little tour of the building there also. So let me ask you this here then. So is there any opportunity for like leadership? I know you guys are doing some community service and stuff like that. So, you get a kid that's been there for however long, is there any type of leadership role that they can take on? And this is for girls, guys, all right. Yeah.
Yes. So one of the things we want to do to keep us unique is we want the teams to feel like they run this.
Right.
So those things that they're interested in, we're going to go out and find and make sure they have somebody that can at least show them the basics in that field. Um, so
That's
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. I know I'm hitting you with it right off the rip, and you knocking them on out. So this is really an important. We already talked a little bit about this, but just for the people that may have missed it. So if someone wanted to send some donations to you, how do they go about sending donations? Is it the app that I have posted? Do they download the app? How do they send donations to you? I already said you're non 501c3. So how do they
the
send donations?
the easiest way would be to download the app. Right when you download the app, at the bottom of the screen, there's a donate tab. Then, other than that, go to the website and you can scroll to the bottom of our website and there's a donation form you can just fill out right there, or you can click the floating tab to the right on the website. But mainly the website or the app.
Right, most definitely. And that link that I posted in the chat is for the app, correct?
No, that's the website.
The website. That's what I meant to say. For the
Yeah, the
website.
app is ImPOSSIBLE Nation in all app stores.
Right. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Send donations to them, so they wind up none of the kids wind up having to pay for that. I know that everywhere you go now, someone's asking for donation, but you find support where you want to wind up supporting. I already said I definitely will be doing my part of supporting. So anyway, what about local businesses or anything like that in Clean? You got any?
Oh, hold on. Let me go back to that question about the team leadership part.
Okay.
What I was meaning to say is we do have a Team Leadership Council (TLC),
Okay.
and we're looking for seven to it's not charging from 7 to 10 kids to be like the city council for the team club. They'll learn governmental experience, how to run meetings, so forth.
Okay. All right. Y'all getting it worked out over there?
Yeah.
All right. So moving right along there, local business support. Oh, you didn't went into dark. Yeah, there you go. I didn't see no teeth a while ago. So
It's still not
I
good.
know you named some businesses earlier, but any other businesses that you like to maybe even send a shout out, or this how's the business community support coming from you?
I'm finna join your back room again. So I don't hang up on you. But I do have some businesses. Truth Be Told is one. We have Karen's Community. We have our Beat Production Lab. Who else do we have? I'm trying to go off top.
Okay, I might have to leave one of them in the background.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I add that one, oh, which one?
Okay. There we go.
So you want me to close out the other one?
Yes.
All right. Now we got you from the neck up.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right, we ain't gonna be too much
Good.
longer.
Good.
All
We good. We on the phone now.
right. So you're. I heard you name off some of the businesses that support you, but you definitely all can use more. So if I'm coming in to bring my business, to maybe sponsor or donate, or what do I get out for my business? Just do I get on the app, a name on the app, or what's in it for the business besides helping the kids out? Is there anything else?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So it's different levels of support. Um, if you really want to get down and support, you could sponsor our computer lab where we'll name it after you, let you pick the colors. We'll put your business logo in the room. Same thing with our craft room. Same thing with our learning environment. We have bricks leading up to the driveway and the compassion walkway. If you want to sponsor a brick, you could do that. Uh,
Okay.
you can sponsor a garden bed, and you get advertisement, whether it's logo placement on our website, whether it's anytime we make a public statement, we make sure we shout your business out as a major sponsor. Anytime we use printed up materials, we'll make sure we put your logo on there as a major sponsor and celebrate you. Celebrate you. We're working on our gala next year, so we'll make sure you get a few tickets to that, and you're well celebrated.
Okay, that's what's up. And so to find these different levels, is that on the website or how do I find these different levels to see what level I want to do? I like that brick thing. So I mean, I've seen that before. I think that's pretty cool. So what I find these levels of donations at?
So right now, they will be on the website. Right now, our board members are approving certain ones I've submitted. So, so
Yeah.
I'm waiting for approval. I might be pre-advanced telling y'all,
Okay.
but I'm waiting for approval from the board.
So best thing for anyone that's watching, maybe they're watching now, watching it later, is to make sure you download that app. So that way you get all of the updates, because I know whenever you do something, I want to get the notification and stuff like that. So we most
Yes.
want to get them to download that app. That way they'll get the notification.
Yeah, in a few weeks we'll be able to go live in our app. So we'll have a live stream. We'll be working on a youth news group where be given updates, whether it's day to day or weekly through the app. So yeah, make sure you're tuned into the app and to the website.
Right. And if I may have asked this already, I know this is ages 13 to 18, but how old are your kids again?
So my kids now, my oldest is 19. She's in the Navy. She's in Florida. Then I have a 17-year-old and I have a 13-year-old.
Okay. So where I was going with this is that I mean you only have one that's in this age group right here. This because the rest of them are kind of doing what they do, and here you are helping out everybody else's kids, and none of
Yeah.
yours off in there. Yeah, been there.
So so one of the other things with the other logic behind the teen club is my dad tried to teach me a lot of stuff, and for some reason I didn't listen to him. But when one of my friends' dad or somebody I thought was cool taught me that same thing, I was super gun ho,
Yeah,
and I didn't understand it till it happened to me.
right, right.
You know. Then I was watching a little news show, and Blue Ivy Carter, they was saying she was saying her parents are cool.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, so at teenage years, nobody parents is cool. So
yeah,
in order for us to get around that, we got to put people around our kids that echo the same message.
yeah.
You know,
That's
so
what's
kind
up.
of that thing.
That's what's up. All right, cool. That's what's up. All right. Hey, I just have like about three more, and then we can wind up
Hmm.
doing the tour. So I saw this also. It's a 2024 Quality Business Award, Best Life Coach of Colleen 2024.
Uh-huh.
That's you.
Yeah,
So how did that come about? Did you even know you was up in the running for this? How did you feel?
man,
Walk me through that.
I
Walk
was shocked. So So this is how I've never nobody's never asked me that.
Good. I'm
But
glad you did it first. You never know what you're gonna get here on Wisdom Talk. Go ahead.
this is how I found that out. One night I was a magazine, they wanted to do an interview with me, and they were saying, "Tell me about yourself." So I was looking for a news article or something written about me where I could just copy and paste the answer and send it to them.
Yeah.
And I put my name in Google and I came across that award. And I was
What?
like, oh, so I don't know how I was elected. I don't know how I was put in the running. And that's what made it all more special to me.
Yeah. 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 So in other words, like they say, you was grinning like a rat eating cheese. Then when you saw that, I just big old grin like what?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's outstanding, man. Well, congratulations on that. So that's definitely good. I'm gonna move my phone to the side because in my phone after my questions it said see my screenshots, but I wrote them on my paper so I don't have to see them. I just have a few more things. So I also saw on the website, talk to me about the Red Robin deal that's going on June the 5th.
June 5th is game one of the NBA Finals. So if you're in town, come out to Red Robin. We're having a fundraiser there. Anytime June 5th, whether you order online or you come into the store and say you're supporting the ImPOSSIBLE Team Club, we get 20% of your meal. So it's a fundraiser, another way for us we try to be unique, try to we try to provide experience versus just always asking people to just come out of
Yeah,
money.
right, right. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. So go to Red Robin and
Yes, sir.
mention it on June the 5th because that's the first night of I didn't even realize that first night of
Yeah, we so what I was trying to do is get a different restaurant each game of the finals. But I ended up getting busy with other stuff and I only got Red Robin. So so we had them game one and game three of the NBA finals.
All right.
Come out, watch the game, good company. You know, you could bring the kids. You could come by yourself. The Red Robin bar be open. So if you want to enjoy the bar, if you just want to come out and eat, come out. Let's laugh. My team, the Lakers, they got put out the first round.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Okay.
y'all might have jokes on me that night.
That's what's up. Hey, so anyone watching, whether you're watching now, maybe watching later, make sure you go to Red Robin on June the 5th and mention I'm possible. And you wind up, they give you wind up getting 20% on that, correct?
Or if you stay home, just place an order, come pick it up, or DoorDash it in. Same thing.
Same thing, yeah. So y'all make sure y'all do that so they get them donations in there. All right. So then now tell me this: what about Hot Dog for Hope, June the 14th?
So June 14th, we're actually doing two events that day. June 14th, we have the Burks Foundation. They're one of our construction courses. They're looking for 12 students. Each of the students, they get a tool bag valued at 250 with drills and all. So that's a fundraiser to raise money to get them the tool bags. And then part of it go to helping us with our utilities and so forth at the team club. But we're gonna come out. We're gonna have hot dogs. Different organizations that come out. We have also have our water balloon summer kickoff. We'll have over 1,000 water balloons. We're looking for the teams to come out, and we're just gonna represent your school.
Yeah.
So it'd be almost like a dodgeball game with water balloons, and we're gonna find a winner, the school that wins.
Right, that's what's up. And this just came to my mind because I know I was going to say about the downloading the app again, but later I didn't put it in the chat. But later, if you want to, once this is I'm live on Facebook also, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're live on. I don't get any comments from Twitch, but by all means, if you want to go back and tag your the link so they can download the app or whatever you want to. My page is public, so make sure if you want to go ahead and download that. Tag it on there so people can go back and download that app because that's how a lot of this information. That's where I got all these donations, these events from. I believe it was from the app, and plus I follow you on Facebook, also stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we just started a process with a car club, and we're going July 26th. July 26th, we're having our drive-in movie night. We got the blow-up screens. We're gonna do the drive-in movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Then we have August 9th. We have our book bag. I'm sorry, our Impossible back to school block party. We're looking for donations to buy clear and mesh book bags for the kids. That's what they use in the school district here. We also, that's August, September. We're working on doing a barbecue cook-off.
Mm.
I'm sorry, a barbecue contest. September, I'm sorry, that's September, October. We're doing our annual trunk or treat drive, except instead at Long Branch Park, it'll be here on the premises, and we're going to see if the teams are down to help us with Honey House.
Man, you man, you running 120 miles an hour straight, man. Y'all got the team and you guys y'all got a big schedule lined up and a
Yeah.
lot of work. That's good though.
And that's why we're looking for the volunteers.
Yeah,
But the main thing is to keep the teams busy off the streets,
yeah,
pouring into them with positive information, putting around positive people, and just watching how they nurture.
yeah, yeah.
We're not we're not in Colleen. Impossible is not letting our teams grow up in the wild. We're nurturing, we're fertilizing, and we're nurturing.
Yeah, that's definitely, and like I said, it's just not totally catered toward sports. So I like everything about that. So like I said, I definitely will wind up in sport. You've answered all of my questions. I know you said that the music producer was going to come on and you want to give us a tour, but also at the same time that I mentioned to you, I'm not on no time schedule. So anything else that I didn't ask that you want to share, you can. This is your interview right here, talking about you and the organization. So I'm through with all my questions. What you got?
Okay. Yeah, we do have a lot going on. We are looking for more volunteers. We're also looking for more programs. If you have a program, we have rooms, whether it's craft, whether it's a learning room, or whether you need computers. When we get the computers in, if you want to have your place here your course or your program here once a month, Wednesdays at 4 to 6, or you want to do it weekly, we do have options for those different options. So
I don't know where my music producer went, so I start on the tour until we get them.
Let me switch this here. Where you go?
Hold on,
There we
hold
go.
on. I was trying to turn the camera around.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hit to turn the camera around. I hit the refresh. My bad. I'm, I'm 45. You know, when you start getting old, you start having to hold the phone away.
yeah.
Um, yeah, we're looking for you. You gotta turn your camera down. Let me see. Okay, this is the this is the music production room. So I'm gonna let you talk to him. Okay.
Okay, who am I talking to?
Hello, how's it going, brother? My name is Darby.
All right, Darby, what's up? Tell us about it. What's going on? Tell us about yourself first.
Okay, well, let me be real quick. I won't be too long. I am here working with the music department here. I've been doing music, producing music probably for over 20 years now.
Okay,
I've been pretty much in all of the music fields. I grew up in the church field. So I've sung in many choirs before. That's where I grew up. That's my background, a Baptist church, growing up in the choirs. I from there started to be the director of the choir, the youth choirs. I was working with the kids, so I was coming up with songs for the kids. So we were teaching them to write their own songs and sing their own songs. So we were singing parts, we were writing songs. So I came to the teaching, came and fell in love with the teaching, and that's what I'm pretty much bringing here at Beat Lab. We're bringing something that's pretty much nowhere in the city, nowhere around, teaching kids how to DJ, teaching kids how to make beats, teaching kids how to write songs, teaching kids how to record, and then the business side as well, as far as getting royalties, putting their songs out on the websites. We're going to help them build websites and tag names and everything like that. So we definitely have something that's unique building here. Again, I'm again with you. We're not really catered all to the sports. We're trying to get the kids that really don't want to be outside doing sports. They want to be inside and learn the technical sides. Other than video games, I feel like music is something that'll keep them indoors as well, and it's a good learning exercise.
all right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, so what you got on that music room back there? Then I saw a piano and an organ. No, what you got back
Okay.
there?
So yeah, we've been setting up here for about 3 months now. This room was blank, empty when we first started, but now we got two keyboards here. We have a Mac computer set up here. We're gonna be working on the iMacs. We got TVs in here. We're gonna have guitars, few acoustic guitars. I got a couple beat machines called the MPC, which is a studio industry beat machine, which like the top producers are using these beat machines, and we're gonna let the kids have access to this. So it's gonna be a lot going on in here. We're gonna have pretty much everything you need. We're gonna have a podcast set up as well, something similar to yours. If you could come out as well and give us some pointers, because we want to do the podcast for the kids as well.
Right. Okay. Most definitely, man. You guys, man, and you guys still hold down a full time job. It sounds like y'all busy doing that most of all day.
Right. Yeah, I actually have a full time job before this. I work at the Veteran Cemetery, so I work with the city of Killeen through Sioux, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So I work that. Then when I get off, I come here and do some work here. I'm off on the weekend, so we pretty much spend the whole weekend here just doing all the work.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing that info. I mean, if anything else, if not, you pass it back to me. Continue the tour, and that's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
We appreciate you
Yes,
sharing.
sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, that'll be it for me. I'll let you have Van back, and he'll give you the tour. And thank you everybody who tunes in, and y'all stay focused. And I'm Possible Team Club, and we're here.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Make sure y'all download that app. I see you rocking that shirt.
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's the okay. This is the beat production studio.
Right.
Boom, piano. Up here, this is another. We'll be doing our little home ec classes. It'll be hangout spots. We had a foosball table up here. That's a little kitchen area.
Okay.
So the kids will meet, hang out. When we have different group classes, they'll be up in this area. Um, Let me go downstairs.
Don't have any dominoes and up in there.
Oh, we got the tables for them. We got board games. Can you open up one of the doors downstairs? These are our steps we just did.
Yeah,
We're upstairs. So
yeah,
boom.
yeah.
I'm gonna take y'all over to the garden first.
Okay, and I see that the steps are the same colors like the shirt. I gotta give me one of them shirts. I get it off
Yeah,
the app.
we're gonna repaint everything to match the logo and spice it up. We're gonna put words on the steps, like this first step right here. This one that had faith on it, because everything starts with a step of faith.
Right.
Um, Over here we have our compassion garden.
Yeah, I saw a video on that right there.
So boom, these are our garden beds. Where this is our little rose bush. We're about to start a project I'm excited about with our rose. Concrete. Place the Tupac poem or green bean sign fell out.
Yeah.
The rose that grew from the concrete in there. Um,
Okay.
that's the garden. This is the greenhouse we're working on.
Yeah.
This will eventually be a pollination station. And
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, all right, so I'm going to take you
Yeah.
up to the front,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. I
to
see
the
y'all been
inside of
growing
the
something for a
building.
while. It's already getting kind of tall. I don't know what you're growing there, but
Yeah. Yeah, we're growing everything from green beans to lettuce to greens. Yeah, we got some stuff. It's growing fast. It seems like I don't know if because we've been so busy, but it seems like
yeah.
time's
Yeah.
been flying. Like I'm a substitute, so we're out
Yeah.
of school right now. So I'll come and spend a couple of days down here. Um, okay, let me see. We're at the building.
Yeah.
Front camera. Back
You acting
camera.
like me. Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does
No,
that
that's
look
good
better
right
or do
there.
I
Yeah,
need to
that's
hold it
good.
the other way? Okay, so this is the front. Boom. Hold on, because it's backwards for me, so I
Right.
gotta hold it the other way. I'm sorry. So this is our historical
Okay.
landmark sign.
Yeah.
Boom. Well, we gotta paint the outside. That's what we're
Right.
gonna be doing this week. Then the outside.
And always looking for volunteers. Donate.
Yeah, always looking
Right.
for volunteers. So this our foosball table. You
Right.
see, we still working. So this is the front room. Boom. We done everything from the
Yeah.
floor underneath this to putting the floor up. Um,
Hey,
this is the main room. I don't know why I didn't
that's
clean
all
it
right.
today. I'm sorry. I
Hey,
catch
y'all
it in
working,
a
man. That's
natural
working.
element.
Work in progress. Whip, like they say. Okay.
This will eventually be our computer and gaming lab. And if you want you to sponsor it, this could be the Paul Wizzo Computer and Gaming Lab.
I keep that in mind.
So this room will be our learning environment, different classrooms, different programs. I'll be able to use it. Um, Over here, he did a good job with the painting. Shout out to Darby doing a good
Right.
job with the painting. So this would be our craft room and our bathroom in there. I'm working on an electric panel. Then we have one more building, and I'm gonna just show y'all. I'm gonna just show the outside of that building because I left the
Okay, that's
keys
what's up.
upstairs.
Uh-oh, I didn't lost it. Okay, there he is.
I'm sorry. So we will have some.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I done lost him again. See if I can get him back. There he is.
Jeez. Okay. Hold on.
There you go.
All right. I'm back. Jeez. Okay. So in this building, man, this camera is backwards and confusing me as I walk.
Yeah, that's what I
So
see you.
this building, it had a staff office. It'll have our print room in there. The front will be set up like our ImPOSSIBLE store. So when you want a T-shirt, you'll be able to come to the store and get a T-shirt. The different craft that our teams make will be sold in there. Everything from candles, mugs, T-shirts, different apparel, and that'll be part of our sustainability program. Also, our entrepreneurship program. That way, teens can learn how to make a product and take it all the way to retail
That's good.
in one spot.
That's what's up. Hey man, that's I can't tell you enough. You didn't. I mean, blown completely away. I had no idea about all that and all of the programs that you guys are offering. So, but
And when when I was talking about doing like the different building the stage for out here, so right now we're on pace to get our fence in September. But once we get our fence, we'll have our little camping events out here. We'll have our little talent shows. So that way kids get different experiences.
man, that's outstanding. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, appreciate that tour right there. So that kind of concludes everything that I have. Is there anything that you'd like to leave? I think I may have lost you. Is there anything you'd like to leave with the viewers or anything you'd like to close out with?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I grew up in radio. There's a program director named the babysitter. And he
Yeah.
used to say, take care of the kids because one day they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
I believe it was Whitney Houston, where she tell us to let the children lead the way.
Yeah.
As we go into this new world, this new technology, let's do our part and make sure our teens have the resources to where they could go to college and receive the information versus going to college and just being happy they're at college. Let's give them better opportunity. Let's pull together and use our resources to help provide for the next generation. If you can't go to the website or download the app and donate, make sure you download the app and support, download the app, send a positive message out, or just donate financially. We're helping to keep this free for teens so there's no barrier. Every teen can have a chance at the resources. Every teen can have an equal opportunity, and hopefully we'll be in your neighborhood soon. Request for ImPOSSIBLE to come to your city.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, I tell you, I totally. I mean, blown away by it, and I wish nothing but the best. And like I say, I definitely will be a supporter. The mentor wise, I don't know. I may come by one time and knock in a nail or something like that, or a hammer or something like that to help out.
Yeah,
Because I like what you guys have going on, and it makes it easy for me to donate and support. I always try to support. And anyone that's watching right now, whether you're watching it now or maybe you catch the replay, he talked about it some, but you guys make sure y'all go ahead and donate and support. This is something positive. This is something for the kids. They're not just getting there learning anything about just sports. I mean, you may have some, but I mean, you up there in music, you got gardening, you guys are building, got a builder coming in, they get their tool bag and they learning like a trade. It's almost like a little trade school just about,
hmm
and I follow several people, like I've said, that grow, their own food, and stuff like that, and community gardens. And so you guys already got it built up and set up. But let me ask you this before we get out of here. I heard you say about the community room. Have you reached out to any of the large, I don't know, Dell Computers still over there? I don't know any of the large computer companies to see about them donating computers or to the computer room?
We're trying to find a contact for it.
Okay.
Trying to find a contact. Hey, if you work at Dell, if you work at Tesla, and you happen to watch this, inboxes or, be great on purpose on your social media. That's how you find me. Or go to the app, or go to the website and inbox me. You'll find me there as well.
Right. I have a couple of friends that work at, I think it's Dell, I think. But you have a donation letter already written up and everything on the letterhead and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So I'll probably get with you on that. I'll reach out to them after this podcast is over, send them a message. Once they get back to me, we'll find out where to send that donation to or whatever. Then I'll reach back out to you whenever they let me know. So anyone that's watching, if you know anybody that's working out there, hey, money is all good. So it don't discriminate. So we'll take it, I'm sure. So
I want to give a big shout out to the Colleen creators that we partner with, and a really, 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 really big shout out to my team. It's been a long time building a team, and now that we have a team, everybody's moving in the traction. Like you said, it looks like a lot going on, but it's our team. It's a combination of our team working together. Teamwork make the dream work, and it look like it's working for us right now.
right, that's what's up. Yeah, you got to give a shout out to that team right there. So appreciate that too, because sometimes it's definitely hard to find them, and they're coming out there, they're not getting paid, donating this, they get off work and come over there and then put in work. And I've been watching you guys when you was talking about putting that floor in. I mean, it wasn't nothing there, and y'all, it looks damn good. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just, man, really grateful for my team.
Yeah.
Can't express that enough.
Yeah. Bro, I want to say that, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you've been on Wizzo Talk before, but I just wanted this to be a one-on-one about you and about this organization and the work that you're doing for the kids, for the community, and for Texas, probably even go past that. Who knows the possibility of it? Anything's possible with it and the story behind it. So with that being said, that's all that I have. And
I want to thank you. I want to thank you too, and also acknowledge the work you're putting in on Wizzo Talk. I done got a couple more episodes. It's been some great conversations. It's been some challenging conversations, and it's great to hear everybody's perspective. So I'm really grateful for that. So continue to be great on purpose in that area.
Right. No, definitely, no doubt. I appreciate that, my brother. And with that being said, this is Paul Wizzo saying, holla at your boy.